Don't you do anything stupid. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bad Bass Fishing. Today, we've got ourselves a jar, and we're at the farm. We have a bunch of dirt, water, everything we need for this project. And if you don't know, based off of the title, we're building a terrarium, which is basically a pond in a jar. So I'm gonna take you guys through the steps of how to do so, and hopefully we can build a little pond, little ecosystem in here that'll end up thriving, and it'll have a bunch of like little microorganisms, maybe insects and stuff in it, and hopefully we can build basically a city in this little pond in a jar. But before we get into that, we're going to give our sponsor of this video, who made this video possible, Mr. Tackle Box, a big old shout out. So shout out to you guys for being the bomb and helping me out and sending me these boxes. But I'm gonna show you guys what came. This is actually April's box, so what came in April's box. I just haven't had time to do it. But I'm gonna show you guys what came in this box. So the first things you get in here are the what's inside card, which it tells you the exact prices of every lure in here, what it goes for retail, and it tells you everything about that. The next thing we got is the Dibbles Tips and Tricks, basically a Dibbles Digest. It tells you how to fish some of these lures, places to fish them, where to fish them, stuff like that, so that's very handy. Next in our box, we got ourselves a 1-3 fishing motorboat. The cool thing about this, not even specifically this lure, the mystery tackle box, they send you lures that you've never seen before, like different things you've never thrown, and that's why I like them. So this thing right here is a topwater. It's basically a buzz bait with a swim bait, Texas rigged, super cool. Gonna throw that a lot. I bet it gets smoked. Next, we got ourselves some vertical lures. It looks like some craws. Yeah, basically just some craws to throw on a jig head or a Texas rig. So we got that. Next, we got ourselves a Guggen Squad, Guggen Baits, Juicy Jig. I don't know if it's focusing on it or not, but the Juicy Jig, I've heard a lot of good things about it. The Guggen Squad, they make a lot of good baits. I throw a lot of the Guggen baits, like the Bandito bug and stuff around, and I love all of them. Next, to pair up with even just the vertical lures craw, we got ourselves some Guggen baits hammer hooks. Pretty good. You can Texas rig these lures. Next, we got ourselves another Guggen baits lure. We got ourselves the Guggen baits Mini Recon. It's just a little diving crankbait, the smaller version of it, in the craw color. This thing, like around this time of the year, is gonna get smoked. One of my favorite colors. Next, we got ourselves some Big Bites baits. It's just another package of beaver style craw. I think they're craw baits. Yeah, no, they're more beaver style. So you can throw these on a Texas rig or throw them on the back of the Juicy Jig. So there you go. Last but not least, we got ourselves a Booyah buzz bait. If it's one thing I love throwing as a topwater, it's the buzz bait. This thing kills in the open water, around shallow points, just everywhere. You can throw the buzz bait anywhere, you're gonna catch fish. Oh, also, you get a super cool sticker with every single box. I love the stickers, I keep all of them, and this is actually one of the OG stickers, I believe. It's the RoboFish. Pretty sick. So, huge shout out to Mystery Tackle Box for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much. If you guys would like to pick up one of these Mystery Tackle Box, trust me guys, it's worth the money. There's about $50 worth of lures in there, and I think it's like $25 a month for the Pro Box. Super worth it. They got boxes for like catfish, panfish, trout, anything you can think of, and you can get like a basic box, a Pro Box, or an Elite Box. So make sure to check them out, and if you do, there's a link down below that'll help support me, my channel, and them. So I'd appreciate it. But like I said, guys, we're gonna hop into today's video. Like I said, we're building a pond in a jar. I'm gonna teach you guys that. If you guys are new to the channel, we do a lot of fishing videos, fishing reviews, outdoor things like hunting, and I thought this would be a cool idea. I've been real interested in building the pond in the jar, and it's gonna help me get more videos out. So I think after this video, we're gonna start doing uploads every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, every Thursday at 6 o'clock, and we're moving our Friday uploads to Saturday at 6 o'clock. But every Thursday video will basically be a terrarium video. I'm gonna call it Terrarium Thursday, and we're gonna be doing like an update weekly on what's going on in this thing, and if it's like having any thriving life in it. So it'll be pretty cool. But we're gonna go ahead. Oh, Steven, what? Oh, also, Steven wants me to mention he has a terrarium too, and we can show you guys that every single Thursday, because his was actually a terrarium built out of a creek, and mine's gonna be built out of a pond. So hopefully we can get you guys some really cool content. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. It's free, and you'll get all this awesome content. So let's get into today's video. Okay, all right, so the first thing we're gonna do you're gonna want to get a jar. Whatever size you want, any size jar works. I prefer the bigger one, so I bought a pickle jar. It was like $5. So, I mean, you'll probably want to get this off, but I couldn't get it off, so we'll deal with that later. But the first thing you want to do is find yourself some soil. So we have a base of our pond. So right here, we got ourselves some nice, moist soil. The soil is going to provide nutrients for the plants that we put in our terrarium. So you can use a little shovel, or you can just use your hands like me. And I'm just gonna dig up a bunch of this loose dirt, and you're gonna form a solid, stable foundation inside the bottom of your jar with this mud, dirt, whatever. All right, so you really don't need a lot of dirt. I'm gonna put probably an inch or two of dirt in here. You're gonna get messy, so be ready for that. And if you get a bunch of weird movements and shaking, it's because our dog is pushing Steven around over there. But we're gonna get ourselves a nice little foundation of dirt here. If you could use dry dirt, like loose dirt, it'd probably work better because you're gonna put water in anyways. But all this dirt is super hard and dried up, so kind of hard to manage that. But I think this is about what we're gonna use right here. We got about an inch or two, probably about 2 inches of dirt there. And it's nice and wet, so that's great. But the second thing you guys are going to want to do when building a terrarium, you're going to want to get some plants in this thing. You're going to want some plants to produce some oxygen and other things, so the life form in this jar can survive. So we're going to go to this other pond over here and probably pull up some like moss, some grass and stuff, and see if we can get some in here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the big dog that's been messing around with us, but I'm in the water because I don't want to fall in just trying to reach over. But we're going to try to get some of this algae, some of this moss and stuff. We're going to grab a good handful of that stuff because that'll be healthy for our little terrarium, I believe. I haven't looked too much into this, but we're going to get this stuff right here, this mossy algae stuff. Get some of that in here because I'm sure it'll help our little terrarium. All right, and I think there's not really a lot in here. There's just like grass growing out of the water. So we're gonna try to like get some of the roots of this grass or weeds, whatever, and try to get it into our little terrarium. Oh yeah, good healthy amount right there. I don't know if these are gonna live or not. I'm not an expert, but it looks good. It'll be a plant, and we're just gonna basically get that under the dirt. We're gonna plant it in our jar. So maybe it'll grow. I don't know. If not, I mean, we'll figure it out. But it's a start. So now that we got that, we're gonna go to step 3, and we're gonna try to like find some limbs and stuff to throw in here. So yeah. All right. So the third step of what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some like twigs, some like little sticks to stick in here. That way, if there is something, they'll have like a little home to hide under, or you know, it'll be like a natural home to them. So we're gonna take some sticks off this dead tree, probably break them down a little smaller, and we're just gonna drop them in there. Hopefully we can find a thicker piece to kind of sit at the bottom, like down here. Oh yeah, kind of hurt, not gonna lie. Drop that in there, get down at the bottom, kind of just basically make a little jungle in this sucker. That way, if we do have some critters in here, it'll be a little home to them. So, there we go. We got some grass, some sticks in there. Probably need to get these sticks situated to where the grass can grow straight up if it does grow in here. We'll leave a little air bubble at the top, but we're down to our last step. We're gonna fill this sucker up with water, and then our terrarium will basically be ready to go. So, we're gonna get a bucket and start filling this sucker up with water. Okay, so we found some of this grass in this like little overrun here because we have beavers, and if we can tear everything up. But it's got some of this like algae grass looking, I don't even know, man. I don't know what it is, but I think we're gonna pull some of it up if possible. That looks weird. We're gonna drop it in here just to have a little more life in there. Just a couple more plants and maybe they'll get situated. But we're gonna take ourselves a bucket and we're gonna scoop up out of here because it's real shallow, and the chances are we'll get more organisms and little critters in here. So we're gonna scoop up this water. and we're gonna pour it into our jar and fill it basically to the top.
Stop.
We're gonna leave just about an inch and a half of air in there, and that'll basically do it for us. I hope you guys enjoy me standing in mud and Jax, stop. I got real muddy for this video, so if you guys can, leave a like and subscribe for me. But we're gonna go over here, put the lid on our jar. Everything's kind of floating right now. It'll eventually absorb the water and sink to the bottom, hopefully. Put our lid on there nice and tight. We'll have to wash our jar off, but as you can see, it is very, very murky right now. But we'll leave it sit like completely still on the porch in the sun for about a day or two, and it'll start clearing up, things will start settling. And guys, I'm not even joking. Me and Steven took a look in this jar, like off camera. There is some weird looking critter in there. Don't know what it is, had a weird looking head on it, but down the road, every week, we'll give you guys an update and you guys will see what's in this jar. Also, if you guys want to see what's happening in the jar, like little like sneak peeks and stuff, I made a TikTok for fishing. I think I got like over 1,000 followers right now. My goal is to get 10,000 on there, as it is get 10,000 on YouTube, like subscriber wise. So if you guys can, follow me on TikTok. I'll link it down below or right across here somewhere. And I thank you guys for watching today's video and watching me get real muddy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, every Thursday we'll do a Terrarium Thursday. We'll update this thing. It'll be like weekly updates. And if you follow me on TikTok, I'll probably put videos on there every couple days of the terrarium. And I also do fishing tips and things like that related on there. So make sure you check it out, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Bad Bass Fishing. And folks, like always, stay hooked. I'd punch you out, but my hand's kind of dirty, so.